have you ever called an LA Super Bowl before, Al? Have
No.
you? So this
No,
is
in
wow.
fact, when I started doing primetime football on ABC Monday night in '86, the Raiders were here, and they wouldn't televise any games because they couldn't sell out the Coliseum, and you had the blackout rules in effect in those years. So the Rams, when they moved to Anaheim, I got to do a few games there because they were able to sell out. Then everybody moved away for 22 years, and I never did another home game until we did a Rams-Atlanta playoff game, I think in McVay's first season back in 2017. So that was the first football game I had done in the city of Los Angeles. And now we've done a few, and of course this is really the cherry on top of the cake. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals are practicing at UCLA, Al. I mean, come on, this is as convenient as it gets. This is amazing. I love it.
Right. I mean, somebody could tee you off on the 17th tee at Bel Air and just smack one right into the middle of the practice.
Yeah, you could take Burrow for a quick 9 after practice just to see what's going on.
If he's available, he's in.
That's it, I'm sure. So, again, because I had Chris on yesterday. Chris Collinsworth was on yesterday, and I asked him, when was the last time you had a Bengals game? And he was scratching his head because normally the Bengals are the team you flex out of, right? So,
right, and we flexed in. I think 3 years ago they got off to a hot start. I think we did a game, Cincinnati at Kansas City, fairly early in the season, and it was a rout. Kansas City killed them. So, no, the Bengals, I can't remember the last time they were actually on the schedule without a flex, probably going back to 2015. So obviously, none of the guys that are there right now we've seen before.
And then we talked to Chris about his Cincinnati connection, clearly. Jamar Chase busting up all his rookie records for playoffs and regular season and things of that nature. But you, sir, you've got a Cincinnati connection as well, don't you?
I do.
Michaels.
I started my career doing minor league baseball in Hawaii, and that led to the Cincinnati Reds. So here I am in my mid-20s. I get the job with the Big Red Machine. I get Rose, Bench, Perez, Morgan, Sparky Anderson, Concepcion, Geronimo, Griffey. I get that team. And then in those years, Rich, if you were the lead announcer and your team got to the World Series, you got to do the games on NBC with Kurt Gowdy and Tony Kubek. You did the home games on television, and you went over to radio for the road games, and the Reds played Oakland in that series, and you did those games with Jim Simpson. So here I am. I'm 27. I'm going to do the World Series on NBC. I mean, my dream is coming true. I'm just a kid, basically. And we came on the air on that Saturday afternoon at Riverfront, and I was so nervous, open up on a single of Kurt Gowdy, wide not to bring me in. He's going to introduce me. And, Rich, I swear, the only thing I could think of is, please, God, please, when I open my mouth, let air come out. That's all. And it did. And then once you got started, it was great. But I was thinking the other day, I mean, I did the World Series with the Cincinnati Reds 50 years ago, and now I'm doing the Super Bowl with the Cincinnati Bengals in 2022. Crazy.
On NBC.
Yeah, on NBC.
Unreal. It really is. And then, obviously, you've lived in L.A. for how long? 40 years now, right?
Well, the last 36, and
okay.
Went to high school here, grew up here, went to Hamilton, met Linda in the 10th grade. We've been married, since 1966, and, moved away to Hawaii, Cincinnati, and the Bay Area for a bunch, but back here 36 years.
Right, and then, because I was just talking about it yesterday, today, too, that when NFL Network started in 2003, Al, people were saying, what are you coming here to Los Angeles for? Like, right. What are you here for? Because there's no NFL here, and they left us. We don't want them back. I heard all that. Now it's the Stan Canyon, right, with two teams in it. Super Bowl's coming, and I can't believe it, quite honestly, that it's finally here. And the Rams are in it. The L.A. Rams are in it.
Of all things, I know. And, the stadium is great. The facility down there is fantastic. There was a good deal of foresight here. And then, the league knew that they had to come back at some point. And for 22 years, we didn't have a team, and it was up to, basically Stan Kroenke. And the reason that L.A. didn't have a team, didn't have a good facility. Coliseum was a relic. The Rose Bowl is not really an NFL stadium. It's a gorgeous site. Forget about Anaheim. They turned that back into a baseball park. So it was just a case of, if you build it, they will come. And Stan did it, and they came.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.